Coming up on News Live at 6, SU students reacting to the latest shooting on a Nevada campus. What they're saying tonight.
And the governor back in Central New York today, the latest investment in the region she announced.
Plus, how you can get discounted meals this holiday season at one local food bank. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Welcome to News Live at 6 on this Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Bradley Hoppenstein.
And I'm Olivia Maniscalco.
New at 6 tonight, we are learning more details about the shooting that left 3 dead and 1 wounded at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas campus yesterday. It happened around noon Pacific time. Our Leah Cohn will be joining us in just a moment with more, Olivia.
Yes, we're learning now that the shooter was only targeting faculty. In fact, he had targets at the University of Las Vegas and also at East Carolina University. He actually sent letters to 22 faculty members across the United States, all who have been notified of the letters that were sent to them. But CitrusTV reporter Leah Cohn is here to speak with us about how Syracuse University students are feeling safe on campus, if they're feeling safe. Leah, what are students saying?
Center, I spoke with students coming and going from their classes and studying for finals right now. During this busy time, some students told me they find it unsettling to be in America right now as a college student, but this is not something they haven't felt before.
I mean, I think roaming around anywhere in America right now, you would have to feel a little bit unsettled, definitely unsafe, I would go as far to say. Just because we haven't figured out, we're probably the only developed country on this nation or on this planet that hasn't figured out gun control. So, yeah, definitely wouldn't say that I feel all that great about, like even somewhere as safe as it's supposed to be, the student center. You never really know what can happen.
One SU student is friends with a University of Nevada, Las Vegas student who was evacuated from her class by campus security and led outside.
But she was not allowed to go home because she had to cross the campus to get there. But she was with staff and faculty, which was good. But of course, you want to be in the safety of your own home. I even saw some TikToks across my page being like, oh, if you're at the university, you can come to my place. You can come to my place, which was really nice to see. But it was definitely very scary for the people, especially because like school shootings are so prevalent. And now that we're on a college campus, it's like, it's very real.
SU sophomore Joe Lacona says gun violence at schools has always been an unsettling topic for him.
I remember when I was younger, elementary school, hearing about that kind of stuff, and like I didn't understand it then, and like honestly now in college I still don't really understand why that's a problem and why that's something we have to worry about. Like walking around campus here, I'm here for an education, I'm here for opportunity, I'm not here to fear for my life.
We spoke with Syracuse University Student Association, asking them, as student body leaders, what the past 24 hours has been like for them. SI President William Traylor and Vice President Yasmin Aruz said it brings us deep concern as several shootings have occurred on college campuses nationally. No student should ever feel unsafe while pursuing an education. The Department of Public Safety commented on the shooting yesterday, condemning campus violence and emphasizing the importance of college communities knowing what safety protocols to take in the event of an emergency. DPS said while tragedies such as these often come without warning, it is critical that students, faculty, and staff are aware of safety resources and take steps to prepare in the rare event of emergency on campus. Following yesterday's school, safety has and is an ongoing issue in America. CitrusTV will continue to give updates on the University of Nevada, Las Vegas shooting.
All right, Leah, thank you so much. Well, tonight marks the first night of Hanukkah across the globe. SU Hillel here on campus is hosting candle lightings each night of the holiday at 5:30. This Friday, Hanukkah Shabbat services will be at 5:30 with a dinner an hour later at 6:30. Hillel is encouraging everyone coming to wear their PJs or Hanukkah sweaters, and I might just have to, Olivia.
Yes, probably sounds like a great event. Well, there's a lot of optimism around Syracuse sports at the moment. New football head coach Fran Brown is getting praise for a string of recruits who are expected to make official visits this weekend, and the men's and women's basketball teams are getting it done on the court. But SU athletes are succeeding in the classroom too. SU is once again top 5 among Power 5 schools in graduation success rate. For the 4th year in a row, more than half of SU's teams have scored a perfect 100% in the category.
And turning to our first look at our weather now, Olivia, it's been chilly the past few days and the snow is really starting to finally come down.
Lots of snow and definitely no sun. I actually think it's been snowing for 2 days straight, but I'm actually not sure if it still is snowing. Here to give us the answer to that is Max Williams. Max?
Yeah, guys, it has been snowing a lot, and we saw some snow this morning and this afternoon. It has stopped for a little bit, but that is going to pick up as we get later into tonight. But for right now, Syracuse sitting at 36 degrees, a real feel of 30, so it's very chilly outside right now. Slight chance for some flurries right now, and as we get into tonight, as I mentioned. Now, we do have a travel alert in effect for the Syracuse area. I'm pitting at a moderate level because it is not raining or snowing currently right now, but those roads are pretty wet. So as these temperatures decrease, we could expect for some roads to be icy and slushy, so just make sure you drive careful, and that's in effect until 7 p.m. tonight. Now, just taking a look at that storm system here, just a small little patch there, some rain in some upper parts of New York there, and then some snow for our area. Now, going into tonight, temperatures are going to drop to a low of 35, so again, it's going to remain cold throughout the night tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, and that real feel is staying at 30 degrees, so if you do plan on going outside, just make sure you grab a jacket. Guys?
All right, Max, thank you. Will do. If you're driving tonight, be sure to stay safe. Now, a scary scene at a synagogue in Albany today. Gunshots were fired outside Temple Israel at 2 p.m. today in the state's capital. A 28-year-old is in custody after allegedly firing around in the parking lot. Governor Kathy Hochul has ordered the state police and National Guard to be on high alert after the incident. Since the Israel-Hamas war started back in October, watchdog groups have reported a rise in anti-Semitic and Islamophobic incidents.
Governor Kathy Hochul making a stop in Syracuse today at the Institute of Technology with a big announcement. The governor broke ground for the first ever countywide high school for science, technology, arts, and math. The new STEAM school will open in 2025 thanks to a $71 million grant in funding from the state. Syracuse already has the ITC, which is a 4-year selective enrollment public high school specializing in electrical and mechanical technology. But the new STEAM high school will be CNY's first regional technical high school. The project is looking to prepare students in the region for increased technology manufacturing in the area, adding to the anticipation of Micron's $100 billion investment announced about a year ago. Here's the governor this morning.
Well, when they open the doors in 2025 and the first students walk through into this beautiful place, it's going to have the state-of-the-art technology. It's going to say the future is right here. Just grab it, young people. Grab it. It's waiting for you. And their lives will be forever transformed when they get the skills that are required to go work at Micron and all the other businesses that are finding their way here.
And a gentleman's club on the north side of Syracuse defying city orders and opening for business last night. The Alpine Gentlemen's Club on Butternut Street was ordered to close back in November after a slew of incidents happened at the venue, including a stabbing. City officials ordered the club's owner to have security cameras installed and guards on staff. They say they failed to comply, but the club's owner, Gary Salvatore, says he did everything the city asked for. In a letter to the mayor's office, he says the city took away his property rights without due process, and he's ready to take the matter to court if necessary. Law enforcement says if the club continues to operate, they will once again shut its doors.
Numbers released today not painting a rosy picture for the city of Syracuse. The Salt City ranked as having the second highest child poverty rate in the nation among larger cities. According to census data, just under 46% of children live below the poverty line. The survey looked at 336 cities with a population of over 100,000 people over a 4-year period.
And keeping things local, the Department of Environmental Conservation is investigating 11 dead geese in a reservoir that provides the city of Syracuse's drinking water. The geese were found this past Sunday at the Woodland Reservoir in the Strathmore neighborhood. Analysis is being done at Cornell to determine why the birds died. The lab says they're screening the geese for avian influenza. A spokesperson for the city says there are no concerns about the safety of drinking water at this time.
The Food Bank of Central New York is lending a hand to families who want to have holiday meals together but groceries just cost too much. It's launching a digital portal as part of its Food Sense program, where you can now order groceries online, similar to using Instacart or other services like it. The packages gives you 12 to 15 staple grocery items at discounted prices and is open to anyone, regardless of their income. According to Hunger Solutions New York, just over 1 in 10 households experience food insecurity. This one of just many ways the food bank continues to help with the issue here in CNY.
And a Salina man is pleading guilty to a hit and run. His blood alcohol content was 5 times the legal limit, we're now learning, and a trial is set for January. We will keep you updated on this story as we can.
Moving into some lighter news, the hardwood is all laid out in the Dome today, but that's not stopping the excitement for the upcoming concert season. Tickets to see pop star Pink go on sale starting Monday. Her show is set to take over the JMI Wireless Dome on October 6th of 2024, and she won't be alone. Special guest Sheryl Crow in the script will also be here in the 315. It's been a big week for the Dome after Syracuse University announced 5G service officially went live in the past few days.
Well, as New Yorkers prepare to open up their wallets this holiday season, they're planning to take out less cash than years past. A new poll from Siena College released today shows almost half of the Empire State's residents plan to spend less than $500 on gifts this holiday season. Now, only 16% plan to splurge and spend more than $1,000, and half the people who responded said they'd be ditching retail completely and shopping online.
Still ahead tonight on News Live at 6, the presidents of several high-level colleges under fire for their puzzling answers in a hearing yesterday. Hear what they had to say coming up.
Plus, a vote to censure a representative after disrupting a House vote. The details on the other side. You're watching your campus news leader, Citrus TV, News Live at 6.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. One in 3 adults has prediabetes, and you could be one of them. There are usually no signs for prediabetes, so it's important to understand your risk. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome.
You're watching Citrus TV News Live at 6 with Bradley Hoppenstein, Olivia Maniscalco, and Max Williams. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. The presidents of several elite colleges are under fire today after their statements raised concerns about threats to Jewish students on campus. In a congressional hearing on Tuesday, New York Representative Elise Stefanik, who represents part of upstate, asked the presidents of Harvard, Penn, and MIT if calling for the genocide of Jews was against the school's codes of conduct. All 3 presidents dodged and avoided the question.
After facing backlash on social media and from the White House, the school officials released videos stating that calling for retaliation or violence against any group is against policy, But those apologies, which many said were scripted, aren't cutting it. 2 Penn students filed a lawsuit earlier today saying the school has hired anti-Semitic professors and is failing to protect Jewish students. And the Board of Trustees at the school calling an emergency meeting today amid calls for their president to resign. This as acts of hatred against Jewish people are on the rise nationwide.
Let's get to the latest now in the civil fraud trial for former President Trump. The former president today questioned again as the final witness on the stand. NYU accounting professor Eli Bartov testified today that he saw, quote, no evidence whatsoever for accounting fraud, and Trump's financial statements were not materially misstated.
Bartov also saying today the value of Trump's penthouse in Manhattan, Trump Tower, was inflated, but said that was due to an error in the calculation, which he says is not unusual. Trump and 3 of his children have already testified in the trial that could claw back $250 million for the state. The former president himself is scheduled to be the final witness in his own defense on Monday.
And the House of Representatives has voted to censure a Democratic congressman who pulled a fire alarm during a vote earlier this year. Jamal Bowman, who represents part of Yonkers and White Plains, pleaded guilty to pulling that fire alarm during a September vote on a government spending bill. He was caught on security video.
Bowman says the vote is purely a political move by Republicans, though it did garner some Democratic support. Republican Congressman Lisa McClain of Michigan put the resolution forward, saying no one, including Bowman, is above the law.
And I'm tracking a pretty strong storm coming in its way this weekend. I'll have all the details for you next.
Welcome to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to CitrusTV News. Well, as I mentioned before the break, we have a pretty strong storm system making its way this weekend, so let's take a look at that. We have an area low pressure that is causing all this rain to come in, and this is in the morning of Sunday, and then as we get later into the day, as those temperatures go down at night, this snow is going to come in here, this blue area here for our area, and I'm actually tracking a good amount of snow Sunday night into Monday as well, so just keep an eye on that. Well, it's been a pretty stressful and long week. We have finals coming up here at Syracuse, so I thought why not do a grade point forecast. So Saturday, it's going to be warm, temperatures in the 50s. It's going to be a little windy though, 15 to 20 miles per hour. You could even see gusts up to 35 miles per hour. It's going to be mostly cloudy skies. So I'm pitting Saturday at a B. And then Sunday, 90% chance of rain. It's going to be warm, but it is going to be a cold night, like I mentioned with that radar there, and we're expecting for some snow. So I'm going to pit Sunday at a D. Well, here's a look at your 5-day forecast. Looking fairly nice, pretty warm here, very unseasonable for this time around. But again, that storm system makes its way in. So we'll see some showers during the day on Sunday, but then as those temperatures decrease, we're going to see that snow overnight into Monday. And then Tuesday, looking like some sun and 40 degrees, guys.
Thanks, Max. That looks awesome. Well, caffeine lovers are in luck this holiday season. Starbucks is giving out half-off drinks every Thursday from noon to 6 for the rest of the month.
If you're a rewards member, the coupon is available in your Starbucks app and works for 1 drink per Thursday. I like that, Olivia. It's that time of year I get my peppermint mocha half off. That would make me a pretty happy guy.
I actually like the white chocolate mocha, but we're both mocha guys, girls. So seems
Two mocha girls.
Two mocha girls at the desk right now, so that's good.
I like it. Also a fan of the shaken espresso too. Underrated. Andrew, what's going on in sports today?
Well, Bradley, I can tell you this much. Yankees fans don't need any coffee to get excited because they have a new superstar to cheer for. Plus, we'll update you on the latest with Syracuse football and hoops. Stay with us.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Women are bad with money.
It's what the world's been saying for centuries.
But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses.
It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures, investing in our independence.
Until we're no longer
80%
more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that,
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault. Then the funds.
learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
The New York Yankees can officially claim baseball's biggest off-season splash. Welcome into sports. I'm Andrew Selover. No, it wasn't a free agent signing. Instead, a 7-player trade that took place yesterday to make Juan Soto a Yankee. The 25-year-old All-Star is joining a star-studded New York outfield. That includes Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and another new addition, Alex Verdugo, over from the Red Sox. Soto joins the Bronx Bombers after spending 2 seasons with the Padres. The Yankees also received outfielder Trent Grisham in exchange for 4 pitchers, including Michael King and Johnny Brito, along with catcher Kyle Higashioka. Soto tries to bolster a New York offense that finished 25th in the majors last year with just 4 runs per game. Looking ahead to the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles, the IOC has announced the return of lacrosse to the Games. And just yesterday, President Joe Biden pledged his support for an indigenous team, the Haudenosaunee Nationals, to compete under their own flag. Here's what the president had to say while at the White House's Tribal Nations Summit.
They perfected it for a millennia. Their circumstances are unique, and they should be granted an exception to field their own team at the Olympics.
The Haudenosaunee Nationals are currently ranked 3rd in the world in men's lacrosse and 8th in women's, but because they do not officially compete for a country with a National Olympics Committee, they are not eligible as of now to play under their flag in 2028. Flipping to Syracuse football, Orange fans were told about new head coach Fran Brown's winning in the recruiting battle, and less than a week after his official introduction, there's no hiding Brown's ability to bring talent here to Syracuse. In 8 years under Dino Babers, the Orange claim just 4 four-star recruits, according to 24/7 Sports. And this weekend, Brown is set to welcome 6 four-star recruits on official visits here to the 315. As you can see, these are the top 4 recruits visiting this weekend: 2 wide receivers, a defensive back, and defensive end, along with 2 cornerbacks. And in addition, there's also a quarterback. Cole Snyder has announced his official visit coming to Syracuse this weekend, a Buffalo transfer that spent the past 2 years starting for the Bulls. In basketball, the Nets have won 4 of their last 5, sneaking away from the Hawks with a win last night. Mikal Bridges stole the show in Atlanta. The small forward has scored double-digit points every game this season and 20-plus in each of the last 4 contests. With the win, Brooklyn moved to 11-9 in the season, ahead of a matchup with the Wizards at home tomorrow. Brooklyn then hits the road for a 4-game road trip out west next week. And here on the Hill, Syracuse men's and women's basketball is in action this weekend. The Orange men's team travels down to the nation's capital to take on Georgetown in an old Big East rivalry. And meanwhile, for the women, well, Felicia Leggett-Jack's squad is receiving votes in the AP poll, just 1 loss on the season, and the Orange travel to Ohio to take on the Bobcats. The men's team tips off at 11:30 against the Hoyas, and the women's team tips off at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Andrew. Looking like some good games coming up. Can't wait to watch. Well, coming up after the break, your wake-up weather.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Well, when you wake up tomorrow, it's going to be a little chilly with temperatures in the 30s. But let's take a look at our wonderful quad cam here. Those clouds moving in, making for some snow showers and rain with the dome all lit up there and lighting up all the clouds. Guys.
All right, Max, I love how the dome just lights up our beautiful skyline here in Syracuse. So here's a segment we've been trying to get to for a while. I'm sure everyone is familiar with the buzzword AI. There's an AI photo trend going around on TikTok. So the Thursday news anchors, Olivia and I, we had to test it out. Look at that, Olivia.
Yeah, no, that's me and an owl. It's real.
Who?
Yeah. An owl.
Who?
Oh, good one, good one. That was great. Oh, look.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that real? I can't tell, honestly.
Yeah, no, it looks just like me, seriously.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, okay, so there's 2 of me, and
actually,
I have a baby.
And no arm.
And
it looks like no
hands. The baby's face is a little messed up, but good try, Ramini. Okay, we like it.
Whoa!
And a little salute to service right there.
All right,
okay.
Yeah, a late Happy Veterans Day. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, also, on a more somber note, it is our last show together for these semester. Quick little shout out to our executive producers, Ronnie Perillo and Peter Elliott. They've done a great job behind the scenes at the producer desk in the control room this entire semester. I just want to say thank you from all of us, but especially myself.
Yeah, we also want to thank the crew. We have an extremely talented crew. We want to thank both of our news directors that have floated throughout the semester, Dylan Brendel and Brandon Myers. We have just had a great show, and we are so grateful that we have also, we have Max Williams, Andrew Selover, the rest of the Sun team. I mean, the talent on Thursday News is just, it's just crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's been fun.
It's been really fun.
This is The Last Dance, and that's it for us. Thursday News, Fall 2023. You can follow us on socials. Have a good night, Syracuse. I'm Bradley Hoppenstein.
And I'm Olivia Maniscalco. Stay warm out there, Syracuse.
All right. We like each other, right?